Hey everyone, Aliens on Toast here again, this time with a Q&A video. So you might have noticed my last video that came out wasn't really an animation, but I was more just asking for questions from you guys regarding the channel or whatever really. Just ask away. I'll probably do a couple more of those, but this was kind of more of an experiment to see how the whole thing goes. So without further ado, let's kick it off with the first question, which is from Amanda. How are you today? I have to admit I'm doing pretty good. I may have had 2 coffees so far, so I might be in a little bit of a sugar rush at the moment, which is awesome. So, second question. Hunter, how do you think up new ideas? Do you have time for brainstorming or another method? So, I really should do more brainstorming sessions. I kind of just wing a lot of my animations. For the big ones, like Ginger Ninja and the original Squats, I did do a brainstorming session for those, however. But generally, if I'm creating something quite short, I'll just think up an idea because I'm wandering around the city and I'm bored, and I'll be like, hey, that would make a great animation, and I'll go and do that. Or one of my friends will say something stupid and I'll be like, that would make a great animation, and in it goes. That's kind of how I do my animations. Question number 3 from Huss T Gaming. Sorry if I butchered your name there. Any tips for a channel starting out? Okay, so I had this problem kind of when I started out my YouTube channel, and that was I just did content and didn't really tell anybody about it. So I'd have to say that the most important thing for a channel that's starting out is to network. And what networking means, if you're not in the film and animation and general entertainment is you make connections with people. So you, on YouTube for example, my big networking thing was with Markiplier. I may have done that unofficially and just kind of stolen his audio, but he was really cool about the whole thing, which was good. And that was really how my channel kind of started off getting any kind of publicity. So I reckon that is probably the most important thing for starting out a new channel. Question 4 from BlueFox418. Who is your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber would probably be Markiplier, and not because he does his Let's Plays or because he plays horror games, anything like that. I love him because he does his charity work, and that is a big inspiration for me as a YouTuber. That's something I really want to get into. So that's kind of the plan for the next year, is to get some kind of charity / live streaming stuff happening, and that is why Markiplier is my favorite YouTuber. Question number 5 from Mealy007. Name your favorite animated shows and or movies. Okay, so to explain why I have my favorite show / movie, I kind of have to give you guys a bit of backstory. Around the 1940s / 50s, there was kind of a change in the way animation was viewed. It went from being something like this,
Red Hot Riding Hood!
Hey, Daddy, I want a diamond ring, I want some bracelets and everything. Daddy, you better get the best.
to being something more like this.
Dumbo the Great!
Walt Disney's Dumbo brings you a trainload of exciting new characters. Wild animals, ferocious beasts, ponderous pachyderms, jungle giants.
So it became less adult friendly and more kid friendly, and from then on it's been seen as kind of a kids only area. So it's why you'll see a lot of like kids orientated TV shows and not very many adult orientated TV shows like say Family Guy or The Simpsons. There's only like a couple of those, and generally they're not as well publicized as the rest. So my favorite TV show is actually Adventure Time. That is my favorite TV show, animated or not. And that is simply because it doesn't aim for kids. It's, you know, kids can watch it, and that's perfectly fine. It's not raunchy or racy or anything like that. But it's targeted towards 15 to 25-year-olds. I think, yeah, it's probably around there. And you can kind of tell with some of the subjects, but it's kind of bringing back that whole animation for an older audience thing, which is something I really want to do. I don't like making kids shows. It's fun and all, but it's not my thing. So that is why Adventure Time is my favorite TV show. Question number 6. So this one comes in from Ghostly Gringo. When did you decide you wanted to become an animator, and what caused you to make that decision? Okay, so to answer this question, I started my uni degree in 2009, I think, when I was doing a multimedia degree. and I found out very soon into that course that I did not like multimedia. I like the artsy side of it, and I like the computer side of it, but computers are hard sometimes, and they're not my passion, I'd say. However, I had this one class where I was learning action script coding, and we used a lot of Flash for that. And I ended up spending the entire class animating. And something that I didn't realize was you could actually get a job as an animator. And it was at that point that I was like, why the hell am I bothering with computers? What am I doing? And then I found out there's an animation degree, so I went and did that. And that was when I decided to become an animator. Question 7 from Naki13052. What inspired you to draw/sketch cartoons? This kind of ties in with the last question, though it's arguable it doesn't. So what inspires me to draw/sketch cartoons? Firstly, it's something I love doing. It's a lot of fun. Something I mentioned previously is I really want to do charity stuff, and something that I'm really hoping to do during this year is figure out some way to integrate animation into that. Though that's kind of a new goal. What inspired me originally to do animation was, I know it sounds kind of weird, but creating your own world. That was something I really enjoyed about gaming as well. I wanted to become a game designer before this. And that was that you can create your entire universe from nothing, basically. And that's something that animation does a lot. I mean, if you looked at Adventure Time and thought, that's the real world, I would suggest you go see a psychiatrist, because that is not normal. It's a completely fantasy world, and it's ridiculous, stupid, and fantastic at the same time. And that's what inspired me to become an animator in the first place, was creating my own kind of universe, to say. Something else that kind of inspires me is my audience. So, I've always been kind of an entertainer. I mean, back in high school, I was kind of the class clown a lot of the time, and I just enjoyed being that silly, kind of character. I enjoy being an entertainer. That's something that animation does a lot. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. Question 8! This question comes in from Trace. What is the best food item in your opinion to be used as a weapon? French breadsticks.
This is question 9. Can I have a hug?
Yeah, okay. So thank you all for sending in your questions. I'll probably do another one of these shortly. So thank you all for sending in your questions. I'll probably do another one of these Q&A videos in a little while. It won't be too close to this one. But I do have some more animation coming out soon, hopefully. That's related to the Gaming Lemon. I've done a few updates on that, but I'm actually getting some work done on it now that uni's kind of quietened down a little bit and I'm getting more into my rhythm. So that's good. There's also some big news that I can't talk about, but hopefully we'll be able to talk about it in the next kind of update video. It's really big for the channel, it's really big for me, and it's really bugging me that I can't talk about it. But I will do my best to divulge that information when the time comes. Otherwise, check out my Twitter and Facebook if you want more updates on general everyday stuff or animation stuff, just me stuff, really. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. So thank you for watching this shit, and goodbye. Bye. X418. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Okay, so I think I might have answered this in a previous video, but my favorite YouTuber would probably be Markiplier, and I think I mentioned this as well. Let's stop hitting the table! And, you know, a lot of the time you're just stupid and people enjoy being stupid around you, and it's good. It's good and healthy to do things that are stupid. That doesn't really answer anything, does it?